Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to the another session in learning PowerShell. So today we are learning two of the most important commands in PowerShell. So one is get command and another one is get help. Okay, and many beginners think they must memorize hundreds of commands in PowerShell, but as I said earlier, you no need to memorize everything. You have to think what action you are trying to perform on which object or in which target that you are trying to perform. If you are clear this, then you can easily learn the PowerShell. Okay, many professionals or PowerShell users don't memorize everything. Okay, instead what they'll do is they know how to discover the commands in the PowerShell itself, and they'll learn the commands. They'll go through the documentation, they'll go through the examples, and they'll learn and they build it. So this complete entire series I am focusing on whoever is starting their automation journey from beginner level. Okay, so many professionals are already watching the videos, but the thing is I am main concern is like I am main focusing on whoever is starting their journey from beginners. Okay, so today's session is will focus on get command and get help. Okay, these two commands can teach you almost the entire PowerShell. Okay, if you are comfortable with get command and get help, so this will you can easily learn the PowerShell, that's for sure. Okay, this is how I learned the PowerShell. Okay, so in this session, as I said, you will know how to discover the available commands in PowerShell and how to read the help documentation, how to find the syntax of that particular command and with examples, and how you can become an independent learner in PowerShell instead of depending on some others. Okay, this session will really help you. Okay, this is where PowerShell become much easier because you stop depending on the cheat sheets or available codes which are available in the internet, so you no need to depend. Okay, this session will really helpful to you. Please go through it and without missing any slide or anything, note it down, practice it. So as everyone will say, practice makes man's perfect, right? So likewise, practice at least 2 commands daily, 30 days, 30 into 2, 60 commands. You will be very intermediate level expert. I can't say you are an expert level. You will be in the intermediate level instead of advanced level. You will definitely will be in the intermediate level. Okay, at least if you learn the 60 commands. Okay, so the first command is get command. Okay, so this get command, so first we'll talk about get hyphen command, right? So here what is the verb? Get, and the noun is command. Here getting is nothing but get is nothing but you are retrieving the information. Okay, and the command, so the list of commands which are available in the PowerShell. First you are listing out all the commands which are available in the PowerShell. Okay, so this is used to discover all commands available in your PowerShell session. Okay, it shows like commandlets, functions, scripts, aliases, workflows and applications. Whatever the commands that are available and whatever the functions, scripts, aliases which are available in the current PowerShell, you can list out all those commands. This is your starting point for exploring the PowerShell capabilities. Okay, whenever you don't know any command, get command should be your first step. If you don't know the command, get command will be the first step, and if you don't know how to use, then the second step would be using with the help of get help. So that's why these two commands will teach you everything to learn the PowerShell journey. Okay, and many people they, for example, if any person is trying to get some information, if they forget the command, obviously what they'll do, they'll go to the Google and they'll search the command, this is what exactly I need to do. So then Google search will give the list of commands. So instead of going and searching in the Google, you can search in the PowerShell console itself or PowerShell IAC itself. So you can list out all the commands and you can filter it out based on verb or based on noun. So you can start working on it. Okay, today you will learn how to search directly inside the PowerShell. Okay, so first one is get command. The basic uses of get command we'll discuss. So as I said, get is an action and command is an object, and which object you are trying to perform. Getting is nothing but you are retrieving the list of commands available in the PowerShell. Okay, and what it will do is it will shows all commands installed on your system. Just let's test it out. Okay, get hyphen command. As I said, you no need to type the complete command, just type verb hyphen and the starting letter of your noun, the noun. So automatically after you type something and then click on enter, it will give you the auto completion, and then you can hit enter. Then you can see the list of commands which are available. Like if you can see here, the functions and the scripts and the commandlets and aliases, everything you can able to see here itself. So you can see all the functions, commandlets, scripts, aliases, workflows, everything, whatever is installed, whatever is available in the PowerShell functions, everything you can see it from here itself. This is like a dictionary. So whatever you need, you can search it from here. You no need to go and find the commands in Google. Okay, you don't, and also you don't need to memorize each and every command. Okay, you can search by action, you can search by object, you can explore PowerShell safely. Then PowerShell becomes very predictable. Okay, so this get commands helps us to discover the commands or functions whatever is available inside the system. And coming to get help is to understand that particular command, how we can effectively use the particular command, we can easily understand. Okay, and if you know the action and if you want to search by verb, so you can easily search with the help of get command hyphen verb get. So now you are trying to get some information, like, so whatever the commands, whatever the commandlets which are starting with get verb, you can use get hyphen command hyphen verb. Here we are passing a parameter, and get we are passing as a value. For example, now you need to get command hyphen. Now you need to only list out all the verbs starting with get. Then you can see it here, you can see only the verbs are starting with get. The verbs are starting with verb. Get verb. So you can list out all those things in the simple itself. Okay, for example, if you wanted to search the command get command hyphen verb, for example, if you want to try with the remove, okay, if you want to remove related what are the commands which are available, then you can type remove. So all the commands which are starting with the remove verb, you can list it out here. Or else if you want to create a new folder or new directory, then obviously new will be the verb. So if you want to search based on new, then you can type new. Okay, this is how you can get it all the commandlets based on the verb. First you need to understand the action, what action you are performing. You are retrieving the information, or you are modifying the information, or you are creating a files, or you are deleting a files. So what action you are performing. So if you are clear, then we can easily identify the verbs. Okay, you can easily identify the commandlets. Okay, in the same way, if you want to see something like related to noun, then simply instead of verb you can type as noun. And then for example, I wanted to see the list of nouns are starting with service. Okay, nouns are starting with service. If you type it here, get service, new service, restart service, resume, set, start, stop, all these things. Or else if you want to list out all the nouns starting with SQL, okay, if you want to see all the SQL related commands, then hit enter. Then currently which is not available right now. Or else we'll see get command process. Okay, process. then you can see these are the process which are available. Okay, and if there is any here you can see the verb is starting with the noun is starting with some SQL, right? So this also can be filtered. This is how you can filter all the information. Okay, if you know the at least verb, or if you know the object, on which object you are trying to perform which action, you can easily filter out. You can filter based on the verb, you can filter based on the object as well. This is how you can list out all the commands which are available in the PowerShell. Okay, and this is what we can say as the simple concept. You have to understand what is verb and what is action. As I said earlier, the complete PowerShell, if you take any module, if any command, if you take any module, the module commandlet will follow the verb noun format. So if you understand what is the verb and what is the action, then you can easily predict the PowerShell command, and you no need to go to find, you no need to go to Google and search the commands. Internally itself, in the PowerShell console itself, you can find the correct commandlet and you can start working on it. Okay, for example, I wanted to search something like so here you have mentioned service, only we have seen this only, right? But I wanted to see, is there any name contains like wildcard entries? Okay, so in between our contains are starting or ending, in between wherever we are having, if you want to type, for example, in between I type SQL, then here you can see, so wherever the SQL is available, whether it is in middle or starting or wherever it is, you will get all the SQL related commandlets. This is very simple, right? So if you need any commandlets related or if you need any commandlet which is related to any particular object, SQL related, Postgres or service related, or for example I need to filter out the more filtering the based on file. Okay, so let's see how many commandlets which are available with the file inside, with the file is containing that particular noun section. Okay, so here file, we can see many places, right? Something like you can also search for example get hyphen command. Here like this you can also identify new hyphen and star. Okay, then you can see after new it will give all the list of star is nothing but, as you all know, star is nothing but all, right? So the verb is starting with new. After that whatever the commandlets which are available, you are getting all the list because you are mentioning star. The after the verb, and if you are providing the hyphen and then you are mentioning the star, means it will get all the list of commandlets in that particular verb section. Okay, or else for example instead of new, what I will do is get hyphen star. Okay, then what it will do, it will give all the commands which are starting, which contains get verb. Like this is how you can also get the all the list of commands or functions or aliases inside the PowerShell itself. As I said, you don't need to remember the full command name. Okay, you don't need to remember the full command name. So with the help of wildcards also, you can easily filter the commands, you can easily find out the command. So that's why I am telling you this get command and get help, these two commands will really help you to understand and exploring the PowerShell very easily. Okay, and this is very useful during interviews and production support as well. So if someone asks you to tell me the commands related to any copy progress or files related, then you can easily you can say everyone is not remember all the commands, you can say I can filter the commands by using verb, or I can filter the commands by using noun, or I can filter the commands by using wildcard entries. You can say like that. Okay, so that you can list out all the commands, and then with the help of get help you can see the documentation, and with the help of get help along with examples, then you can see the full syntaxes and how to use, you can easily identify the things. Okay, for example, next we'll talk about a few other things as well. We have already searched by noun. Okay, if you know the noun name, then you can easily search with noun name, or else if you want to explore something based on the wildcards also, it is possible. When you don't remember the exact name, if you know what action or what on which object you are trying to perform, at least if you have an idea, then this PowerShell learning is very easy. Many people are having some panic about learning the PowerShell as it is a complete scripting language, but no need to panic. Every command is available inside the PowerShell itself. Just with a little bit of knowledge, then you can easily understand, you can easily explore the PowerShell. Okay, so finding command sources. So what this will do is, this displays where a command comes from. For example, get command I find get service. Okay, so let me clear the session. Okay, so I am trying to type get command and I am trying to get service. Okay, so what I have done here, I have passed two commands parallelly. Okay, get command is nothing but it is getting all the list of commands. So here I am filtering get service, from where it is coming, in which module it is available, what is the source to collect this information. So the command type is commandlet and the name is get service version 3.10 and source is Microsoft PowerShell management. Under the Microsoft folder, under the inside the Microsoft folder, there is a PowerShell subdirectory. Under the PowerShell subdirectory, there is a management. There is a script already written. So from there, it is trying to fetch the information. From this command is giving you the command type and the name and the source and version. So this help you to identify which modules providing a command, which module is providing the command. Likewise, you can use get command to explore new commands, and if you want to discover some modules and find the commands for tasks and learn automation possibilities and understanding the PowerShell structure. And whenever you are stuck, or if you want to start with get command, you can use always get command to list out all the commands which are currently available. Okay, so this is how you can use the common commands by using get commands. Okay, and the next command would be, in this session we are going to discuss, is get help. So from the starting session itself I am telling you, so get help is the built-in documentation system for the PowerShell. If you don't know any command, if you use get help, then it will give you the complete documentation along with the examples. So it provides details about any commandlet, including description, syntax, parameters, examples and notes. It provides everything. It provides everything about that particular command. It works offline once help is installed. So by default help will be installed. Once the help is installed, it is like a KB related, documentation related part related to PowerShell. If you don't know any command, how to use the command, you can use get help command to see the description, how to use that particular command, what parameters we need to pass, and what are the examples, how to use that particular command, and we can see the notes as well. So why this get help command matters? So as I said, so I am mainly focusing on the beginners to understand and start their automation journey. So this helps beginners to understand the commands. Always depend on the get help or get command. Don't depend on the Google. Okay. So this is essential for learning the syntax. This is essential for learning the syntax, and it also teaches the correct usage and parameters, what we need to pass the parameters. Everything will be taught by get help, and it will encourages you to self learning instead of depending on someone. So you can explore and you can learn on your own. So it will eliminate the dependency on cheat sheets or memorization. Again I am saying, you no need to remember all the commands which are available in the PowerShell. if you know get command and if you know get help, and if you know what action you are trying to perform, if you know on which object, on which target you are trying to perform, PowerShell learning is very easy. Help is matters in get help. Okay, and so the basic usage of get help, we'll see how to use this get help command. Okay, let me clear this section. So for example, get command, get help. Okay, so I am trying to get help, so I don't know how to use get process information. Okay, get process information, simply I am typing get help, after that get process, so it is giving the information, the complete description, the syntaxes, everything, the notes, everything it will be giving here itself. Once you execute it, here you can see the command and the synopsis and the syntax, how to use this get process command, what parameters we need to pass. Okay, and also about the description, and if you are not sure about, you can explore on the related links. Okay, and if you are uncomfortable, then if you need any examples, okay, so if you need any example, you can use like this examples. So after get help, and after that you need to pass the commandlet and then examples, you can see the list of examples. For example, get process id, and if you are passing process id, then you will get that particular related information. This is how you can easily and you can use the get help command. So you can see the full help documentation information by using get help. So this documentation will give you the detailed description and the parameters explanation and the notes and related commands as well. Okay, and if you want to see the syntax, okay, if you want to see the syntax of any command, if you want to see the syntax of any command, what you can do is get command, here get process, or whatever the command it is, here you can type syntax. So syntax is not available, but the syntax is available in the example section itself. Okay, so you can see the syntaxes and everything from here itself. Okay, and the parameter sets, and you can understanding the syntax is crucial for writing the commands. Okay, writing correct commands is very really helpful to you. And so by default it will be automatically updated, but if you want to update the PowerShell documentation, you can use update help module error action silently continue. So this will help you to update the documentation, so that not only documentation, it will also update the modules as well. Modules in the related to the default modules will be updated, and it may require admin rights and internet access. If you want to update the documentation, if you want to update the commands, so you need internet access, and make sure you need to have a admin access on the system. So the combining get command and get help, for example, if you want to discover the commands, obviously we will use get command, and you can pass the wildcard entries, or you can use get help get service example. We combined, right? Get combined get command, and then followed by the commandlet, and followed by we have also given the example. So here we are combining both get command and get help services, the commands. This will teaches you to find any command and to understand better more. Okay, if you want to find the commands to manage the files, you can use get command, and you can, if you don't know the complete noun name, you can pass the wildcard entries, so it will give you the complete information. And you can also use related commands. Okay, get command -user, so it will give you the wherever the user is available in the noun section, you will get all the user related. For example, get help, once you get the user, then you can use that particular command like get help new local user. It will give you the description and notes, syntaxes, parameters usage, and related links and notes as well, so that you can learn on your own. You don't need to depend on any cheat sheets or anyone. Okay, and you can also explore the networking commands. Okay, so like testnet connections, everything you can easily learn the PowerShell. So that's why these two commands were really helpful to you start your PowerShell automation journey. Okay, so the best practices for this session, if you know, if you are already started, the best practices to take it forward, to take one step forward, run get command and verb the get command. So get verb. So you will see all the commands which are verbs are starting with get, and you can filter by noun as well, and you can pick a commandlet, and you can view the help of the documentation. You can help the documentation by using get help and followed by the commandlet, and you can display the examples as well by using get help and the command name followed by hyphen examples as a parameters. Okay, so use get commands before searching Google. As I said, before going into the Google, first search the commands with the help of get command, because it is giving all the commands which are available in the PowerShell, and use get help examples to learn very quickly, and always check the syntax before running in complex command. Okay, so the get command will help you to discover all available commands. Get help will explain how to use those commands and the syntaxes, examples and parameters. Okay, so this is how you can easily learn the PowerShell concept. Okay, I hope you understand this concept. Okay, so these commands will change your career to start the PowerShell automation. Okay, just as I said, just take one or two commands daily and practice it, and then start with a proper discipline, with a proper dedication. Don't feel about I'm not understanding the PowerShell, because nowadays in every interview they are asking for automation experience. Have you created any automation scripts in your environment? How you automated your day-to-day activity, something like that. So don't panic. So PowerShell is very easy if you understand the basic commands. So that's why this is a starting journey. So I promise you, I will give my best from my side, but from your side, give a dedication for 30 days. You can learn the PowerShell, and I'm not saying you will be in advanced level, because advanced level takes time to create more powerful and very advanced scripting, but in 30 days you will be at intermediate level for sure if you practice 2 commands daily. Okay, so we'll come up with next session. We'll come up with the next very useful session in the next video. Please watch completely and prepare on your own notes, and then practice in safe environment. As I said, always use get command and get help for self learning. Okay, this is how you can start your PowerShell journey. Okay, and make sure if you understand this video, if you like this video, like it, comment and share, and also subscribe. And I really need your comments where I can improve my teaching journey. Like if you are uncomfortable with pace or voice or the explanation, just comment it. So based on that I can improve, as it is my first experience in YouTube to explain these things. So comment it so that I can help you to take it forward. Thank you so much. Thank you.